Speak Easy Studios. Speak and be heard.
What effect does stress have on your life? How does it affect your relationships? What about your business? My name is Lynn of It's Why, and my clients call me the identity coach because they discover how to take back control of who they want to be and how they react to stress. This message needed to get out to a larger group of people. So I created a group that helps people identify and manage the stress they never realized they had. We're going to explore questions that challenge you to find your inner power that got buried so deep within because of that stress, and take back control of the situations that cause that stress in your daily life. A small change can make the biggest difference. You make the difference. Welcome back to this week's episode of IPP Thursday. If you're returning this week, we're so glad you're back. And if you're new to IPP Thursday, I hope that you'll hear something that will help you tap into your inner power today. So today we're going to talk about if you could change one thing. So if you could change one thing about your industry, what would that be? And why? Have you ever given that any thought? Many of us will just get up and go through our daily routine at work, and we don't think about what we don't like or what we might want to change. But what if you did give that a little extra thought today? What might that be, and why would you want to change it? Think about how this change in your industry would affect you. And maybe the change that you want to make, you say, well, it's impossible, it would never change. Okay, well, if that's true, what do you want to accomplish if you could change that? What do you want to feel? What do you want your experience to be? What would that change give you? Maybe it seems impossible, but it's the result that you want to accomplish that really is going to make the difference. So think about what's the most important benefit that making a change would provide to you. Okay. Are you still hung up on the fact that maybe there's no way that this one thing could change? All right, let's look at it a little bit differently. If you can't change this one thing that you could benefit from, feel a benefit from in your industry, what's one thing that you can change for yourself if your industry can't change? Different way to look at it. It's all about perspective. So you may have something that's absolutely, it's written in stone in your industry. I know, let's take an example of financial industry. Financial industry, there's a lot of rules and regulations on what you can and cannot do. When you're marketing, in your social media, those are things that are pretty strict. They can't change. Okay, so if that's the case, how might you be able to approach what you do a little bit differently? What is it you want to experience? It's okay for you to ask yourself that. And when you tap into your inner power, that is something that's absolutely going to give you a clearer perspective on how you can approach the thing you can't change a little bit differently to make it that much better. So ask yourself, if you could change something, what would that be for yourself? And when you think about that, ask yourself, if I could make this change, how will this impact my success and my overall well-being going forward? Because when I make this small change, it will change the way I experience the same thing. I invite you all to tap into your inner power and think of what that could look like. And if you're not sure, I would love it if you would post a comment in response to our episode today, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you think it's impossible. Maybe even ask for some support. That's what I'm here for. So thank you so much for coming to IPP Thursday. Please come back to next week's episode, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for listening.